Are you prepared to see the terrifying reality of living next to one of nature's most dangerous predators? In this video, we'll show you heart-stopping footage of terrifying leopard attacks on residents. These large cats have been known to strike with lightning-fast speed, leaving devastation and horror in their wake, from the rainforest of Africa to the suburbs of India. So get ready to experience a scary insight into the realm of man versus leopard. When a leopard made its way into a school, it caused a tremendous deal of terror and commotion as everyone tried to flee or hide from it. The leopard would be lost and probably very scared, which could cause it to break out and attack anyone in its way. The leopard is busy upsetting the objects when all of a sudden it appears to glimpse a man and strikes him. The leopard grips the victim and causes multiple injuries as well as bruising. During the struggle, the man makes a heroic attempt to get off him, and as a result, they are brought quite close to the swimming pool. Luckily, they don't fall into it, but the man's clothes wear out, and the man grabs a stick in an effort to defend himself against the leopard, but the animal escapes. Even though the man fights, he doesn't get hurt badly. The loud noise made the leopard even angrier, so it charged the man and everyone else in its way. People started to scream and run in all directions, trying to find somewhere safe to hide. In the rush, some people accidentally knocked others down, causing them to fall and get run over. Everyone tried to get away from the angry leopard, and the situation quickly turned into a wild stampede. No one knows why the man with a gun was carrying it in the first place. Maybe he was a hunter or farmer from the area who had to protect his animals from wild animals. Or on the other hand, it could have been a weapon that was against the law, and the man might have been hunting or doing something else. When this leopard shows up in a town, it causes fear and panic because leopards are known to be strong predators that can pose a threat to human safety. A man plans to set up a net or a trap in an effort to catch a leopard, but doing so will need a high level of care and experience on his part. The leopard, on the other hand, may become irritated and aggressive in such a circumstance, particularly if it perceives that it is in danger. The man doesn't seem to be paying enough attention because the leopard attacks him and he falls off a wall or other high place while trying to get away. As soon as the leopard has finished attacking the man and has managed to get away as quickly as possible. When a man saw a leopard, it turned out to be a scary event. The leopard was so determined to catch the man that he had to use a wall to help him jump and then run for his life. But luck was on his side, and he was able to get away without getting hurt. Wild animals can be dangerous, so it's best to stay away from them at all times. Leopards are known to be one of the most violent of the big cats, and their attacks can be deadly. In these kinds of situations, you need to keep your cool and move quickly and decisively to avoid becoming a victim. In this case, the leopard's sharp claws would have killed the man if he hadn't been quick thinking and agile. He was able to jump away from the animal that was after him by using the wall as a stepping stone. But it's important to remember that not everyone can do this, and it's best to stay away from wild animals to avoid any accidents. God was also on the man's side, which may have helped him get away. A lot of people think that God can save lives when they're in danger. Even though these views are hard to prove or disprove, no one can deny that sometimes strange things happen that can only be explained by a higher power. A sudden commotion gets everyone's attention. Out of nowhere, a leopard comes through the front door of the house and jumps into a nearby van, clawing its way up the side of the vehicle. As it climbs on top of the van, it tries to tear off a piece of the roof. It is able to scratch at the car, but it can't get a good hold of it. Just as quickly as it came out of nowhere, the leopard made a quick choice and jumped down onto the ground. It then ran away at full speed, leaving a trail of dust and dirt behind it. The whole thing happens in a few seconds, leaving you and any other witnesses shocked and asking what just happened. A crowd had assembled in a neighborhood hoping to see a leopard that had been spotted nearby. They stood around talking and speculating about where the big cat was. As the leopard emerged from the underbrush, a low growl filled the air and the gathering fell silent. The animal appeared disturbed and nervous, pacing back and forth as it surveyed the surroundings. As bystanders looked on, it attacked a man in the front of the throng who stepped forward. The man shouted in agony and the rest of the audience surged. People were yelling and pushing each other in an attempt to get away from the scary beast. Some people were tripping over one another, while others were racing in all directions. Eventually, the man was able to release himself from the leopard's clutches and flee for safety. The crowd scattered, stunned and terrified by the unexpected violence. A leopard had been spotted prowling about the edges of a peaceful town lying at the foot of a lush mountain range for the past few days. The villagers had grown increasingly anxious and fearful, knowing that the leopard was capable of attacking and inflicting serious harm on them. A loud growling noise could be heard coming from the streets one evening. The residents soon learned that the leopard was sitting outside a house, peering carefully at the people inside. People gathered on their terraces to watch the show, but many were too scared to leave their homes and try to scare the leopard away. The leopard appeared to be about to attack, and the villagers were helpless in the face of the fearsome creature. The authorities were eventually contacted, and a team of wildlife experts arrived on the spot. They were able to sedate the leopard securely and return it to its native habitat in the mountains. After the leopard was returned, it came to light that the leopard had already attacked 3 persons in the neighborhood. This video shows 2 men freaking out and running for their lives after seeing a leopard close to their truck. The first man successful in stowing himself away in the cab of the truck. However, the other man, who appears to be out of luck, is seen running in the opposite direction in an attempt to save himself. But then he realizes that he should be running back to his companion, and while doing so, the dangerous predator grabs the man's foot. However, the man is able to free himself somehow and locks himself in the truck. After a short while, a group of stray dogs emerges on the path and begins attempting to pursue the leopard. However, it appears that the predator frightens them as well, as they're quickly gone from the scene. The rescue team could feel the stress rising as they got closer to where the leopard was. The animal had been stuck in a residential area for several days, so the government decided to move it to a better place to live. As the group got closer, they could see that the leopard was crouched down and ready to attack. The big cat suddenly leapt forward, and its strong muscles pushed it toward the people who had come to help. The people on the team spread out, trying to get away from the leopard's sharp claws and teeth. Even the cops who were there to help with the operation were surprised by this sudden attack. The cameraman who had been filming the operation from afar quickly zoomed in on the action and caught every scary moment. Even though things were crazy, the relief team kept their eyes on their goal. They knew that the leopard was just trying to protect itself, and that their presence made it less likely that it would be able to do so. With quick moves and quick thinking, the team was able to catch the leopard and move it to a safer place. It was a warm summer night, and the old woman chose to spend it outside, enjoying the peace and quiet of her backyard. But all of a sudden, she became aware of a rustle in the bushes, and a big leopard materialized before her with its eyes intently focused on her. She grabbed the walking stick she always kept close by and held it out in front of her, hoping to stop the attack. She held her ground and used the stick to keep the leopard at bay as it lunged at her with its long, deadly claws extended. The leopard was unsuccessful in its attempt to attack her. At long last, the leopard shifted its position and disappeared into the night. The old woman let out a sigh of relief, feeling fortunate that she had been able to protect herself and come out of the situation unharmed. Thank you for watching our video about how scary it is when leopards attack people. If you found this video interesting or thought-provoking, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more fascinating insights into the natural world. Stay tuned for more thrilling videos coming your way soon.